In this video, I'll be taking you through the process of logging in as a supervisor to carry out your activities to appraise the staff. To do that, you need to open your browser and go to the URL for your ministry. For the purpose of this demonstration, we are making use of the automated system developed for the Federal Ministry of Education. At the front page, input your login details. This is the same login details you use to log in as a staff. Next, you need to select from the drop-down menu and choose Supervisor. This allows you to log in as a supervisor. Make sure you selected Supervisor option from the drop-down. This will only work if you have been assigned as a supervisor and you've been given certain staff to supervise on the system. Now that I have imputed my username, my password, and I've selected the option for supervisor, I'm going to proceed to log in. Now, I am logged in. If you take a look at the top right-hand side, you can see my access level says, logged in as supervisor. This is the welcome page. It is similar to the one you have when you log in as a staff. Now, I proceed to dashboard right. Next, I select the year 2024. Then, I select my department. This is a demo account, and I'm in the demo department. Basically, your department appears here. After you select your department, it brings you to the next page. This is where you select the staff that you want to supervise. From the drop-down, I can see all the staff that I have been assigned to supervise. Now, I'm going to select Jane Doe as the staff I want to supervise. On the next page, it shows me the name of the staff I have selected, and then the system pulls up the contract of the selected staff. I will start by clicking the Form A, which is the employee contract. Scrolling down, I can see the employee contract of the staff. In the section 4, which is the competencies section, you need to add 3 generic competencies per quarter for every staff. You can simply toggle between quarters by selecting as shown on the screen. I have selected quarter 1, which is highlighted as shown. To choose a competency, I need to select from one of these clusters. Remember, I need to select 3 generic competency for the staff per quarter. I've selected strategic thinking on the expertise cluster. I want to select adoption and use of technology, and then select the 3rd competency under execution cluster. I select drive for results. Next, I need to describe the expectations that I have for the staff. Now that I have selected 3 generic competencies, I've also described my expectation for the functional competencies. I've also typed in some other competencies that I expect from this staff and described my expectation right here. The next thing to do now is to impute this part that says minimum and maximum score. Basically, this means that you need to put in the range score for this staff. The range is your expectation of the staff. Automatically, minimum of 1 and a maximum of 5. Here we can see the performance rating scale. You can see what the ratings on the scale means. 5 means greatly exceed expectation. 4 means exceed expectation. 3 meet expectation. 2 occasionally meet expectation. And 1 means unsatisfactory. For this staff, I want to put in between 2 and 5. The maximum means that you cannot score above 5. The minimum scores show the 2, meaning that I expect the minimum that this staff gets to be 2. However, she can score below that. Now, I'll go ahead and fill the rest. Please note that you have not started rating the staff yet. Now, I have filled that in. Here we can see the maximum and minimum scores expected of the staff. Next, I click the Save button. If the supervisor has other expectations they wish to add apart from these, simply click the Add Row button. This opens up a field to add a competency, and then describe the expectation. We can add multiple competencies and describe the expectations. We can also put my minimum value and my maximum value. Use the Submit button here to save inputs. After saving, we can use the cancel icon here to remove any undesired entry as shown in the video. Note that we have not started rating this staff just yet. Now, let's go over to this section 5, which is the operation and processes. This section carries 10 points. We follow the same procedure in this section. We describe expectations for punctuality as shown. For example, under punctuality and attendance, we want this staff to achieve 95% attendance. For turnaround time, we expect the staff to achieve 48 hours turnaround time for submitting reports. Next, we put in the minimum expectation of the staff as well as the maximum expectation. Next, we click on Submit to save the entry. Now, remember, we have filled in the expectations for the first quarter, for both Section 4 and Section 5. If the supervisor wishes to fill in for the second quarter, he does that by clicking Q2 to activate the second quarter. Then he needs to start adding the competencies again. Remember, for each quarter, the supervisor selects 3 competencies from the generic competency cluster. Let's go back to quarter 1, which we have already filled in. After inputting Sections 4 and 5, the next step is to appraise and grade the staff. Just before we begin this process, let's take a minute and look at the monthly appraisal.